So, have you seen this site? This
It's funny. I don't think I've ever gone on the online side. I know the.
have you come
Unless
across their print edition?
I probably look at the headline every day walking by the two, bodegas in my neighborhood. Check what's in the headlines.
If you use it this side, I have that one set as right click.
So this is right over here.
That one is right
okay.
click. Yeah.
So, what are your early impressions of the site?
I would say it's a little busy. It reminds me a little bit, even though they're not the same kind of news site. A little bit like the BBC site, which is a little too many things all at once, or your eye doesn't essentially go to one thing. But does, on the other hand, does give you a lot of options to look at.
I noticed that the first thing you went to was the Rush Limbaugh story.
I'm just curious. I'm curious. Yeah,
Is there any particular
reason
that you went to it?
Yeah. To be blunt, I'm interested in him not doing well, so I'm curious to see,
Okay.
From my own political point of view, see what's going on with that.
But was it the picture of him, or was it the
I think
headline?
the picture, I recognized the picture before I saw it. The headline actually wasn't that interesting because I sort of know that, so it's easy to know something beyond that.
So you can head on over. So tell me,
Yeah.
how easy is that page to read?
It's easy. Yeah, it's looking at it, it's pretty easy. So far, it's nice. There aren't any pop-ups, which are just slightly annoying. Trying to think how else to I'm having to, out of just the news that I'm interested in, I'm having to look after the sort of first thing, the Rush Limbaugh business. I'm having to. It's taking me a while to find something that I'm interested in. Now, some of that is because, as I answer your question, I check the times or whatnot. Sometimes BBC, so I'm sort of up on what's happened in a cursory level. What's happened in the last 12 hours, but also I'm not. Yeah, I guess that would be the reason. Opinion. So I would look at opinion and see what that could be. I'm interested that, again, this is from my point of view, I'm interested that all of the, I'm having a hard time finding any international news. There we go. Okay, national news. But then I have to scroll down for.
Did you have a hard time finding it?
Well, it just took a while. I had to look for it before.
Okay.
But again, that's what I'm often finding myself wanting to look at. Nation in the world. I see they have a blog links. Interesting.
Is there any reason why that is interesting to you?
Curious to see what. I guess I'm always looking for particular people that are following their opinion online, journalists or politicians or artists or whatnot. So these are all people that I don't necessarily know. So I might look through and see if they're if they seem to be talking something of substance. curious what their own politics say. Cause
Tell me, what impressions does, say, this article page give you compared to the homepage?
the one I just looked at, you mean?
Mm-hmm.
As opposed to the homepage, well, it's more. I'm getting more information than just the sort of visual sound bites that you can fit onto the pop-up front page of the virtual newspaper. It doesn't seem that, although it's pretty, for an article to do, it's pretty terse. It's not that much. It's still pretty sort of 6 bullet points of information. That's it. No analysis. So it seems like a site that I would look over very quickly to sort of get the who, what, when, where.
So tell me, you're someone that likes to scan headlines, and this
Well, one of the reasons I scan headlines is because I read a lot of, usually in the morning I read a lot. I read like the paper just for 5 minutes and go this, that, the other. So during the day, when I'm scanning around, it's usually to see if anything new there's new in the news that isn't that I haven't already got a gist of.
Tell me, does this site provide, do you feel like there are enough headlines for you to get a sense of what's going on?
No,
Sorry. Don't ask. I'm checking out before answering. It's weighted towards things that I'm not interested in, but there's certainly lots of information. Like your life and travel. And to some degree, tech is not that interesting to me. Tech a little bit more.
When you say it's weighted,
Well, I mean, if you look, I'm looking as I'm scanning down. A lot of the links to articles are not ones that I personally am going to go read.
so if you could tweak this idea, what would you do? Not for the greater good, completely just for you.
Yeah, no, I understand. I'm trying to think, and I just blithely answer. I would say more in the first half of the page, literal page, more links to international news. It seems a very, and then this is just for me, it seems a very U.S. centric, and also U.S. in a sort of information, with some hard news, obviously, too, in opinion.
So what do you think of the colors on the site?
The colors? I think the colors are fine. I think looking at them longer, you can see that each color is like different series, and I think that's fine. And if I was going to this site a lot more, I'd immediately, my eye would go. I'd look for the pink, I'd look for the blue. So I think the colors are fine.
So
did this catch your attention?
Yeah, I think partially because I know the logo, so I'm drawing. Just my eye catches something I know about.
tell me, try clicking on the sports section. What's different?
As opposed to other sites?
As opposed to
The
just
homepage.
the homepage.
Homepage. Well, it's a lot more textual links. It's a lot more textual links at the top. Let me see what else. See if it says it doesn't seem that, on first blush, it doesn't seem that much different, but other than it seems more text heavy at the top with immediate links to things. What time stories? It seems in the same vein as the larger size. Something dramatically different to me. That's what I'm missing.
Should we try the travel section?
Say again?
Can we try the travel section? Just your impression, what do you think about?
I think it seems geared towards sort of short vacation, family vacation stuff. It's the first thing I'm getting is that updates about how you can travel, cheap discounts and stuff, and other places to go to.
How does the layout compares to the front page or the page we just saw?
Well, we flipped it. Here the image is larger and the words are, the text is smaller and terser, and it's flipped with smaller visuals, more longer headlines for the sports section.
Is that something you like or something you don't?
I actually like the other one better.
Okay.
For me. Yeah.
Any other questions?
Anything else, Evan?
That just about does it.
Thank you very much.
All right, guys.
Yeah.
I hope it was useful.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Yeah,
Thank
okay,
you.
yeah.
I'm Mohammed, by the way.